I used to feel like my brain was moving through molasses whenever I had to think on my feet. Conversations felt like races where I was always a step behind, and it was exhausting trying to catch up. For years, I thought some people were just born with this superpower to think fast, almost like mind reading, and the rest of us were stuck in slow motion. But the truth is, thinking fast isn't some magical gift. It's a skill anyone can develop, and it changed everything for me. If you want to learn how to turn your racing thoughts into lightning-fast clarity, stick with me because I'm about to share how to think so fast it feels like mind reading. 1. Stop trying to think about everything at once. I used to get overwhelmed during conversations because I believed I had to process every word, every emotion, and every possible response in real time. It felt like my brain was juggling flaming swords, and no matter how hard I tried, one would drop. Everything changed when I realized the key wasn't thinking faster but thinking smarter. Instead of focusing on every detail, I started focusing on the core idea or feeling behind what someone was saying. Imagine listening to someone tell you a story but zeroing in on just the heart of their message, the part that truly matters to them. That shift slowed down the overload enough for me to actually process and respond quickly. Try this now. Next time you're talking to someone, nod and listen carefully, but focus on detecting the main point or need behind their words. I promise you'll find your mind naturally filling in the gaps faster because it's not distracted by every tiny detail. 2. Train your brain like it's a muscle. For the longest time, I thought quick thinking was just about being naturally smart or witty. But the moment I started treating my brain like I treat my body through regular training, that changed everything. I began playing word games, doing puzzles, and even practicing quick daily journaling where I tried to come up with spontaneous ideas on a timer. The crazy part was that after just a few weeks, I noticed my thoughts weren't just moving faster, they were clearer and more connected. Studies show that mental training exercises can improve cognitive flexibility, which basically means your brain can switch between ideas more easily, leading to faster thinking. Try this for 10 minutes a day. Set a timer and challenge yourself to write down as many uses for a common object like a paperclip as you can. Don't stop to judge or overthink, just let ideas flow. It's like warming up before a race. Your brain gets ready to sprint without crashing. 3. Embrace the power of pattern recognition. For years, I would freeze because I thought every situation was unique and had to be tackled from scratch. That's when I discovered that fast thinkers aren't guessing the future. They're spotting patterns in what's happening now and drawing on past experiences. It's like your brain is a detective piecing together clues it's seen before, predicting the next move with surprising accuracy. I remember feeling insecure about this at first, thinking, what if I'm wrong? But once I understood that even experts rely on pattern recognition, and that mistakes are just part of the learning process, I started trusting my instincts more. To start today, after any conversation or decision, jot down what went well and what signals you noticed that tipped you off. Over time, you'll build an internal database of patterns that makes your thinking faster and more accurate, almost like mind reading. 4. Get comfortable with the discomfort of silence. If someone told me a few years ago that pausing in a conversation would help me think faster, I would have laughed. I used to rush to fill every silence because I was scared of appearing slow or clueless. The turning point was when I realized that those pauses are actually brain power boosting moments. Silence gives your mind space to process, connect dots, and come up with sharp, relevant responses instead of scrambling to say something quick and useless. One day, during a particularly intense meeting, I deliberately stayed silent for 2 seconds longer than usual after someone spoke. The result? I delivered a response that made everyone stop and listen. It was more thoughtful, more precise, and yes, faster than when I tried to chatter my way through awkwardness. Try this now. The next time you're in a conversation, count silently to 3 before responding. Use the pause to gather your thoughts rather than rushing. It's like giving your brain a moment to catch its breath and sprint again. 5. Reduce mental clutter by limiting what you absorb. I used to believe the more information I crammed into my brain, the faster I'd be able to think. Ironically, that overload made me slower because I was trying to sort through a cluttered mess of facts, opinions, and distractions. The moment I started curating my inputs, limiting news intake, social media, and unnecessary multitasking was the moment my thinking speed exploded. Your brain is not a storage unit, it's a processor. The less noise you let in, the clearer and faster your thinking becomes. One practical way I did this was by scheduling focus blocks where I turned off notifications and only worked on one thing at a time. It worked like clearing the fog from a window. You see the view clearly and respond to what's really happening instead of reacting randomly. Try this now. Pick a 2-hour block today or tomorrow, and during that time, turn off your phone notifications and avoid opening multiple tabs or apps. Notice how much faster and clearer you think when distractions take a back seat. 6. Use emotional awareness as a speed booster. I used to think emotions slowed down thinking because they confuse you or cloud judgment. But the moment I started recognizing and naming what I was feeling during conversations or decisions, everything changed. Emotional awareness gave me a shortcut to fast thinking because it helped me predict what others felt and responded to, and it helped me clarify my own reactions quickly. Think of it like tuning into the emotional frequency beneath the words, kind of like a sixth sense that speeds up understanding. It's not magic, it's muscle memory of your social intuition. To get started, today or as soon as you can, try checking in with yourself during the day. Ask, what am I feeling right now? And label it simply. This will build your emotional radar, and more importantly, speed up your thinking when it truly matters. The truth is, thinking fast so it feels like mind. Reading isn't about being a genius or having some psychic powers. It's about changing how you listen, practice, and manage your mental environment. When I started applying these things, my conversations became smoother, decisions faster, and confidence grew because the fear of being slow just melted away. Choose what resonates most and start small, because fast thinking builds one quick step at a time. Now I want to hear from you. When is the last time you felt really quick on your feet mentally? And what do you think helped? Drop your experience in the comments below. And if this helped you today, hit like and subscribe so we can keep this conversation going. Remember, your brain is ready for this. It just needs you to give it the right tools to race ahead.